So this is just to say goodbye and give you my impressions and what do we do from here? What I think we should, what we think we should do from here. So this is some numbers that we worked out with highly technological statistical, like we counted how many cards were left on the table, minus how many were subscribed. So we had 197 registered, of which 137 were CERN users, 60 not CERN. So CERN user means even me, like even if I am somewhere else, I have an access at CERN. So we have really 60 people that had nothing to do with CERN, which is quite good for the standards that we are used normally in particle physics. 160 were from academia, and 37 from industry or freelancers, non-academia. These are not 100% accurate because we try to work it out from the emails and so, but more or less it's going to be like that. 131 came in person, and we spotted at least 2 intruders that were in person but were not registered, but I suspect there will be more. 79 in the end of the dinner last night, which seemed to enjoy it. 114 as a peak on the webcast, and yeah, this is also a good number if you add it to the 131 in person. We had 69 submitted abstracts, of which we accepted 30 for reason of time. So there are this I want to repeat. There were many more really good quality talks that didn't make it. Also, we had to judge just by a quick abstract because our idea was we don't want to burden you with writing. I've seen in other conferences a 6-page article and then say, no, that's not okay. It's not a random number. That happened to me. And so it was also difficult for us to judge. So I don't think any of us can guarantee that we really selected the best 30. But that was not the point. The point is come here, talk about FPGAs, find out, for example, that we should simulate, which is a good remark, then go home and think and also establish a contact that we will keep. So that was the main point. So this is how they were divided in the categories: 9 algorithms, 11 tools, 5 cores, and 5 solutions. Like, for example, in my view, solutions should have been the majority, but then they weren't the majority of the submission. So we adapted the acceptance to respect basically the percentage of the submission. So there are many open source tools and distributed tools that wanted to take part to this meeting. And apparently, according to Indigo, we have been talking for 18 hours, which seems a lot of time. So the most important thing, that we are so good looking inside, outside. Here I published only one, otherwise if I published all the one that the lady made, we would spend the rest of the day. Then yeah, we were good looking even when we were giving talks, and especially when we were eating. This is so my impressions, because that's only what I can give, what it felt like from me. Obviously, I'm hugely biased, so take it for what it is. I think they were great quality talks. The detail was good. They were well delivered, and there was enough time, I think, to go into those details. That is, at least from a physicist's point of view, they are never liked, let's say, in big physics conferences. When you go to the rehearsal, no, remove this slide. We want to see the result. They want to see the activation curve of your algorithm. They want to see the performance. But that's not what we do. We do the details. That's what we spend the time on. So that's what we wanted to discuss. And I think we achieved. Even if during the question and answer, sometimes I felt like there were many more questions and we had to stop because of time. But I think there's nothing we can do about that. The atmosphere was friendly. I know that people have opinions and they have, VI and Emacs kind of, but it was very open and people were nice to each other, which is very, very important, because it's important that people ask the questions without the fear of being, oh, you should know that, which is one of the hardest things to overcome when you try to learn HDL, for example. And I've noticed that people were happily chatting during coffee breaks, so hopefully something will be born there and they will carry on after this. And speaking of this, how do we plan, let's say, we would like this community to keep alive. So the main tool that we provided here is a forum that is based on this discourse platform that is available for us at CERN. And many are already registered because that's how we did the question and answer for the webcast. So I think there are already 50 registered people. So please go there and register. I don't know if we can automatically register people from the conference. So you have to do it. And after you do it, if you know the answer to some question that is there, please answer. Personally, I don't want to say I've learned everything I know from Stack Overflow, but I just said it. But I've never answered. I have amended a couple of articles on Wikipedia, once or twice, that was it. So let's answer if we know. And I think there is a lot of knowledge in this room. So let's try to keep it alive like that. Let's see if it works. This is a first in our life, I think. We are trying. Let's see how it goes. But please, let's try it. And the idea is that now this link will stop pointing to the 2024 edition of this meeting. So the idea is that this is the FDF meeting, but the FDF is us, and we do other things as well. So this will point to this forum, and then we will have the meetings here in the links. And also, if you have ideas or suggestions, you can use the forum to suggest. Then we have a newsletter. It's basically the collection of your addresses that I think it's an asset on its own. And we will let you know whatever comes next. We promise we will not spam. Everybody will be added automatically unless they say that they don't want to. And the other way of using this is that you can write to this email address asking us to forward the email. So if there are opportunities somewhere else, some other interesting FPGA events, opening position, we can advertise that there, and we know that it will be well received. Guys, if I forget to say something, please interrupt me. And another idea, we still are discussing how often, but we will have a regular seminar during the year, done over Zoom. And the idea is to replicate this, so detailed, open, friendly, with plenty of space for discussion. And as a first step, we will get in touch with the authors of the abstract that didn't make it to the conference. And then if you want to present something, please send to this email. And then the last thing, we are already thinking about doing this again. As there were plenty of abstract, maybe we should spend one more day together. We don't know. Are we going to do it here, somewhere else? We are still in the process of deciding that. And to help us with that decision, and also with any other decision, we have a survey. You can click here on the presentation, or I think there is a link on the Indigo webpage, and please fill it. And we try to ask the questions that we thought were more likely, but there is, as usual, the note at the end where we will learn really if you liked it or not, and what we can do to improve this. And yeah, many, many thanks to our sponsors. They paid for our coffee breaks, for our cards, and it would have been difficult without them. And they had no, like they did it just because they wanted the meeting to happen, and so it was really nice from them. And I think that's it. Thank you very much.